Boom.
Boom. Well, I noticed we use that a lot for the intros. It's
Boom.
always boom.
Boom.
Or something along those lines.
Welcome back. Episode 14.
14.
1-4. Coming at you live.
Sorry about the spooky stories. Hopefully all of you are all right. We did have some wacky spooks last time, but that's okay. So we're moving on. Now we're going to move into, I don't know, all kinds of hot button issues.
November. Which isn't really a hot button issue, but
no, it's not.
Tis the season of Tanksgiving.
Tanks.
But welcome back, episode 14. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Appreciate you guys carrying the torch with us all the way to 14.
All the way. So
today we have a guest with us today. One of my longtime buddies and an older person for the city of Appleton, Mr. Nate Wolff.
Hi, everyone.
Boom. Welcome, man.
Thanks for having me. It's a pleasure to be here on this fine evening.
Absolutely. It's fine Wednesday night.
We understand you just had a meeting of some sort. Can you explain those a little better for...
Provided they're not top secret clearance, can't talk about it type stuff.
Sure. That's only closed session that I can't talk about.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Not authorized.
But basically, we meet at City Hall. Tonight we were approving the budget for the city of Appleton for the next year. And it went really smoothly, I must say.
Nice.
The fastest meeting we've had on that. I've had a few of them lasted about 5 hours.
Damn.
So the fact that we got in and out of there in 20 minutes was kind of crazy.
It was just aye, nay. Okay, done. Bye.
I was going to say, do they still use those? Is it aye, and
yes.
it is? Okay.
Oh, nice.
I always feel really, saying nay.
Nay.
No.
Wilbur.
I don't do that though.
You gotta have. Sometimes they extend for hours because people don't agree and they want to keep debating something, or or is it just because there's so many things that need to talk about?
On any resolution or on the budget, for example, people want to make amendments to the budget to cut portions of that budget from one place and the other, and kind of mix around where they want the money going. That could be $63 or $5,000, or it can be $1 million. Though I haven't seen anyone try to move $1 million. I
was going to say, holy shit.
Right.
Just move this tiny amount of $1 million over here.
But for this
petty cash drawer.
For this next year, I did pass a resolution that increased our budget by $600,000.
Nice.
So there
nice.
was that.
And that's just overall usage for the city of Appleton for public works and.
Specifically, that $600,000 is going towards the roads.
Okay. Just road repair.
Yes.
Okay.
Stuff like that.
Did this have anything to do with the wheel tax thing?
It did. Yes,
okay.
Yes.
What is that?
You know how you pay a wheel tax?
It's like $110 a year. Usually $110 a year to renew your car or whatever.
Yeah. Basically, they upped it by $10 or something like that. Yeah. $10. And the way that Nate broke it down. Holy shit!
Go to the Walmart.
I'm broked. The way that Nate broke it down to me. Is he's I proposed, going up $10 for wheel tax, but he goes, but what that would do is instead of working on one road at a time, we work on 3 because we can afford it.
Right,
I was
as they usually do.
That would be way better.
Wisconsin Avenue was just closed down for quite a while. And
way too long.
Every time I'd go out that way, I was like, sweet.
Every time.
So there was a lot of different projects going on too. So there was the state project, there was the county project, there was a railroad project where the railroad was doing stuff, and then there was the city of Appleton projects too. So there was just a lot of different entities doing a lot of different work.
Yeah, because they're doing the library right now too.
Yeah, that we just paved a parking lot for that today.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
for the new library, yeah.
Hell yeah.
When I think about that too, I at first I was like, why is there even a library? Because everybody has access to everything. No one knows how to
read.
Yeah, well, that, and then everybody has access to pretty much everybody has access to the internet, which can give you everything. But I guess how are they going to film old scary movies if they don't have people scanning those newspaper things where it's like
the
they're
microfiche?
twisting, they're twisting the dials. And it's got you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Every old scary movie, it's like, the records don't go back that far. We got to check the old school and it's always like in the basement of the library when they're going through like microfiche.
Rolodex cards.
Yep, it's just doing this.
No, but it's cool. I mean, because, there are a lot of people that can't afford. I mean, let's face it, mostly it's just homeless people hanging out at a place, but like
I mean, we do get a lot of people going to the library. Appleton is very over a year span. It's typically over a million people go through there.
That come in, like,
and it's not like
in and out renting.
Right. Yeah, I mean, it's obviously not a million different people, but like in general, like
the traffic, right? I mean, either way, I mean that's right.
That's huge.
Yeah.
Actually, one of my clients is actually works at the Appleton Public Library.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, so when it reopens, he'll be going back to it, because right now he works at the temporary library.
And so, they're all getting, a nice little, some time off in between the transition.
Oh, yeah, hell yeah.
Is the new library where the old one is? Or are they just updating it?
Yeah,
is that what it is? I haven't been paying attention.
They tore down the old one, right? Like completely?
No.
The one right by the bus station.
It's the same building.
Okay.
We broke down some walls. Punched a hole through the ceiling a few times, raised it. We also expanded it out.
So they kept the bare bones and redid everything else.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, right.
You should really check it out.
I drove past it the other day, and from what I saw of what it was like completed, I was like, dude, this is super nice.
When are they planning on reopening it?
So it should be like sometime in the first quarter, so like January or something like that.
Sweet.
That's the goal, but of course, sometimes things get backed up. Although I will say the library has been phenomenally on schedule.
Here's the goal.
I heard they were like ahead of schedule because of how many nice days we had in the summertime too.
Well, we can thank all of it to the Dewey Decimal System. I don't know. I assume they didn't. Somebody has to go through. And I dated a girl a long time ago like that did. I remember her sole job was just returns and just put them on a cart, go put them back out, put them on a cart, go put them back out.
Damn.
And from what I remember, I mean, I don't remember, this was like 15 years ago, but I think she got over $20 an hour, which is like huge at the time.
Fuck
you know, I mean, it was not considered a government job, I guess maybe technically, because you're working for the city, which is
it
part of the
considered
state,
a city
which
job?
is part of the
since it's like a city works building technically.
I mean, technically either one works. I mean, like
I mean, it's not. I guess it's not like in the same caliber as like being a mailman. That's a government job.
That's a federal job.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Federal levels.
Don't worry, you can't be a felon and be a mailman, but you can be a felon and be president. Anyway, moving on.
That's fair.
Hold on. Fun fact: you also can't be a felon and be an older person in the city of Appleton.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is that like that everywhere, or is it specifically in Appleton?
It's
it probably should be everywhere,
as well. I'm assuming. I just know that in Appleton, which is interesting, because like I'm more qualified to be an older person in Appleton than Donald Trump is.
No.
So
right.
True. Bada bing.
Is that a I mean, is that like any kind of felonies? I mean, because obviously there's a billion ways you could get a felony. But is it like just like no matter what, if any sort of class, whether it's vandalism, whether it's robbery or whatever it is, it's like you're out absolutely no matter what.
I suppose I should. I was thinking about looking into it more, but like I haven't yet.
I mean that's not a common thing that you would right. I would assume it's just like you're a felon, you're out. Like I'd probably a blanketed thing because where's the that would make
like
sense.
when you fill out the paperwork and it says like, have you ever been convicted of a felony? And you just hit no. Right. Or if you hit yes, like what was it? And you're like, I don't want to tell you. Yeah. So.
Yeah. I mean, I think they just look into it. I don't know.
I'm sure they do background checks and all that shit.
Of course, yeah. Have you ever tried sugar or PCP? It's very strangely worded. No.
Fuck. But yeah, man, fucking. So you just got back from the sorry, there was a hair on something. Anyway. ADD moment. So you got back from that.
We're all a little frazzled. We couldn't find I could not find the SD card that we use on Old Faithful over here, and I looked all over for it. Nate was helping me look for it, and turns out it was underneath the machine the whole time. Ray lifted it up and was like, "Yeah, there you go.
Technical difficulties.
Check your shadows
But,
Sometimes you just got to check under the rug.
under the rug," and it was.
And there it was.
I mean, why put it back in the slot? Underneath is fine. That's where it should go.
No,
That was a great spot for it.
Just slide it underneath there for safekeeping.
Safekeeping.
Right. You know, it was pretty safe under there.
I mean, yeah.
No one could find it.
No one. It was so safe it was never going to be used ever again.
Right.
So safe we couldn't find it. But yeah, we just had some technical difficulties with the fucking camera and blah 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 blah. But now we're here.
But we're here. We're making it happen.
We have like a pizza.
And there's a pizza on the way.
Me and the
apparently.
captain.
Well, not on the
Make
way.
it happen.
Well,
It's a good, It's
you guys, this is totally derailed because Ray, I don't know. Sorry, I cut you off. You were saying something, and then I jumped in with SD cards.
I don't remember.
I don't either, but I don't know what it is, but I feel like this is no diss on anybody, by the way. If you, whatever your job is, like, cool, you do it. Thank you, especially pizza, because I'm fat and I like to eat pizza, so thank you. But like
Especially pizza men.
so many times when I go to pizza places, I feel like everybody looks like they just got done auditioning for a hip hop dance video. Like they always have like either sweatpants on or like those windbreaker pants, and there's just flour on absolutely everything, and they're sagging like 1992 pants. You know, like
Dude.
You know what I'm talking about, though. Exactly.
Dude, that is exactly what it
It
is.
is.
I swear to God, that's every New York pizzeria. That's every time I've gone to Chicago and gotten pizza. There's always one dude in the back with
you get pizza in Chicago?
yes, Chicago style pizza is the best.
I don't know what you're talking about. You talking about the soup that they sell?
The
soup.
are we gonna have an argument right now?
Bro,
This is something.
Chicago style pizza is the shit.
it's soup.
It's not.
How
is it soup?
I'm a big fan of
It's got a crust.
Giordano's.
It is a crust.
Giordano, that is the shit.
Giordano's the shit.
We're talking a big thick dog.
Big thick mama.
Gallon of slop on the top.
Yep.
Hey, who do we play this week? NFL wise, who do we play?
Oh, for like the Packers?
Yeah.
Is it Chicago?
Yeah.
Oh.
It is Chicago.
Well,
So listen, I'm talking shit about Chicago all
That's
week.
fine. You can talk shit about Chicago.
Everything. Every single thing. Even the parts I love, I'm going to talk shit about.
Well, we might have an argument then. Okay, because my hockey team is Chicago Blackhawks.
And you know what? Technically, we own the Chicago Bears, so we really shouldn't, diss them too.
I was going to say they did get signed over to Jordan Love. Rogers did. Did you ever see that? It was like a picture.
No, I didn't.
A while. Okay, so this was a couple seasons ago.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers just ran one in on the Bears for like himself, basically, and got really caught up in the moment and looked at the camera and goes, "I own you. I own you." And so basically it just stuck that Aaron Rodgers. So actually they went on Wikipedia and changed the owner of the Chicago Bears to Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, just to be funny.
Yeah,
Someone did. Oh, okay.
And there was like certificates of ownership that were like photoshopped, and it was like Aaron Rodgers' signature on it that got put online.
That's pretty funny.
And then after Jordan Love started for the Packers and they beat the Bears, Rodgers I think did he go on like Pat McAfee, and he was like. He's like, well, I signed over ownership to Jordan Love now. And so everybody then photoshopped it again. It was like signing ownership over to Jordan Love. So now Jordan Love owns the Chicago Bears.
Yeah, I didn't see that at all.
Yeah, it became like this fucking internet thing like immediately because it was just him yelling, "I own you." It was fucking awesome. But anyway, everything in Chicago is great except for the Bears. Fuck you. Anyway.
You heard him. I guess that's it.
Yeah. I can say fuck the Bears, but I still respect them more than I respect most teams. So,
but I mean that's fair. You know, the team I really respect right now is the Detroit Lions.
Oh
and
fuck
the
yeah!
Fans of the Detroit Lions.
Oh my god, yeah.
Who've been through hell and back.
Oh, forever.
Yeah.
Forever.
Yeah, from what I've seen, the Lions are kicking ass.
They are crushing it.
Scary team.
Super scary team, dude. Fucking I cannot remember their name of their kicker. Bates. Something Bates. That fucking kick he just hit, holy fuck! It was like literally 4 seconds left, and who did they play? Washington?
Who were they playing?
They were getting fucking. It was not a.
No,
it was not a good
Texans.
game.
Texans.
Oh, that's
Texans.
what it was. Yeah,
the
fucking
poor Texans
dude.
have lost 3 weeks in a row by a field goal.
Yeah,
But like last minute of field
like
goal.
last second field goals,
dude.
like literally every single fucking time.
They're
Last
like
3
the
weeks.
new Lions.
I think we did that to them.
the new Lions.
They are the new
the
Lions.
new Lions. Yeah, like the first year of Dan Campbell, the Lions lost every single week by like a field goal.
Literally a field goal. I love Dan Campbell as a head coach. That guy is savage.
That dude is
absolute savage. He does not have a filter. He just yells at everybody, and he just swears constantly at the media.
Chews gum aggressively.
Probably.
Like
I think he does everything aggressively.
And every NFL coach is just
I
gum.
think they asked him in a post-game interview one time. They were like, do you think that set of plays was good? He goes, probably not, but we do everything aggressive. He goes, they don't ever punt on fourth down. They just go for it. They never punt.
Like no matter what the circumstances are.
Like unless the circumstance is like, hey, we're at like our fucking 15-yard line or something like that.
Okay, right.
But he goes, they literally always go for it all the time, and it usually works.
Never really see people do that. It's always like,
no, they play it safe.
If it's 4th and 1, they're like, nope.
No, Dan Campbell's the exact opposite for a head coach. He never plays it safe.
Yeah, that man is I think his slogan was like, if we get punched in the face, we're gonna get back up, and we're gonna kneecap you while we get back up.
Yeah, I think he literally said, he goes, we're gonna fucking. It's like, we're going to attack you.
Like,
we're going to take a bite out of you. And if you knock us down, we're going to take a fucking chunk out of you on our way back up. Like, it was like aggressive. And I was like, that was his first year coaching for the Lions.
Bite out of crying.
He was like 0-15. Yeah. He's like, we're going to beat your ass.
Like, I don't think they did that bad, but they did not great. But through the next season and this season, I was like, dude, you guys better go to the fucking Super Bowl this year.
I mean, I hope they don't.
The Lions look great.
You know,
I hope we do, obviously, but if we don't, fucking Lions for sure.
Yeah. I agree with that. I'm fully support the Lions.
Fuck yeah.
It's not us. So.
I think everyone's a secret Lions fan.
I mean,
I think you kind of have to be. They're not a threat to anybody.
Kid, you know,
they're not a threat to anybody, and they don't really rub anybody the wrong way. So
right, you know.
What other stuff is going on with you guys? Anything else that has upset any of you lately?
Oh boy.
You know,
where
maybe
to begin? We could really dive into that, but we're gonna keep it PG as much as possible.
Okay, all right. We can do that.
Obviously, the climate of life right now is pretty shit ass.
I tell you what,
shit ass.
I tell you what, there, hey, it's been pretty rough out there.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Fucking, I swear to God, every time I turn on social media, it's just more shit. It's more shit.
Turds.
It's just poop.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
We should put that as a fucking. We need to get that as a soundboard. Fucking
sound. What was it? What?
What are your buttons? What sounds?
There. We went through.
Oh.
We got.
Should we play?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Whoa.
That was weird. Did it mute me?
Wait. Keep talking.
Hello.
Oh, if you hold that one down.
Fucking sound weird.
Apparently, it gives you an echo. Do it again.
Sounds like I'm in a tin can.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. Okay, so we got that one. Apparently, it only works on Ray's mic for some reason. We got that one. We got the brass.
Startles me.
We got the
nice.
censorship.
That's
my button.
We usually hit it late just so we.
We got that.
That one episode where Trent was doing the button roulette to enter us out.
To see what happens.
Dude, I think I woke Alex up out of a dead sleep because it was just that over and over again.
Yeah,
and she's like, Jesus Christ, because we're trying to watch the podcast on YouTube.
Yeah, there's 20 or heartbeat. This one might be loud. Oh, maybe not. Alarm. The drum beat. And then the applause, which you have heard in the beginning, right? You can set, I guess, up to like 64 of them, but we've just never done anything.
And every time we try, it doesn't work.
The
software's not great.
We'll figure it out at one point.
I mean, we love Tascam. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Tascam.
Oh, my God. Thank you.
Oh.
Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you. But anyway, getting back on track here.
I don't know what track we're on.
What track are we on?
Yeah, I don't
know. We're railing and derailing.
Talking about local politics, the NFL, you know. We're avoiding the real conversation about the overall fuckery
the state of
United
affairs.
States. You know, we're just looking to have some pizza and a good time, all right?
Pizza and a good time.
Pizza and a good time.
Shout out pizza.
Pizza in the morning.
If anyone
in the
feels
just pizza.
That's supper
political
time.
rant coming on, you just go ahead and you feel yourself out.
Because when pizza's on a bagel, you can eat pizza anytime.
Anytime. I don't know why it would have to be on a bagel. I mean,
I can eat pizza anytime.
I was gonna say,
regardless
I was
of
like,
what it's.
I was like, what bread it's on.
Right.
You should be able to eat it. That's what I'm saying.
I was gonna say, I don't know.
It might not be cooked, but you know, that's okay.
When pizza's on a bagel,
specifically tomorrow, I'm actually kind of excited to play that. The Horizon Zero Dawn Lego game is coming out.
Is that tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
Tight.
Yep.
Fuck yeah.
Have you played? I know you've played Horizon. Have you played Horizon?
I'm not.
On PlayStation 4 it came out originally?
I was going to say, Nate is a gamer as well, so.
I am.
What are you playing right now? Are you playing Black Myth Wukong like crazy right now?
Well, I haven't played in a bit. It's been a couple months, but like when I was playing it, I was playing a lot of it.
It's so good.
It really is.
It's a beautifully made game.
Yeah. Like
for it not being like a major. I don't think it's not like a major.
It's not. It's
company,
the company that did it's their first game ever.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit!
Yeah, and it's sold like astronomical. Amounts.
Yeah, the numbers are
and
crazy.
Astro's Play. No, that's
Astrobot?
Astrobot sold 1.5 million copies so far, which is great.
That's a travesty.
Which is really good. Yeah, I mean it's kind of sad. It should have sold way more, but that's cool.
Yeah, I heard
that it sold them. It's
so here's our PSA: if you haven't fucking played Astrobot, do it. I think it's PlayStation exclusive, right?
Folks,
it is.
You're gonna need
it's like their
distraction
mascot
over the next 4 years. So you just play as many video games as you can. Play those games.
Dive in, man.
Like, for example, the game that I'm most excited for this year, and I just keep looking at the date, and I'm like, okay, don't go back. Don't go back. But we all know what it is, right? This is the game we've been waiting a fucking decade for, right? GTA 6?
Oh,
Come on,
at least a decade.
Come on.
12 plus years. Yeah.
My God, dude. Like, I can't play any.
Is it supposed to be this year still?
Yes, it's fall of 2025.
Oh, shit.
Oh, fall of 2025.
Yeah.
Next year.
Okay.
Oh,
I was
within a
like,
year.
fall, that's right now.
Year.
We're in a
Fall
year
to fall.
window. Okay, I got
yeah.
Damn.
I am so excited for it.
I never was a GTA fan, really. I play them, and I think what most people do, where you just mess around and shoot things and whatever.
Oh, yeah.
But I've never actually been committed to it. The story. Red Dead Redemption, on the other hand, I'm a big fan of. I played. Both of those, and the DLCs.
I liked that Rockstar title a lot.
Yeah.
I was not a big. I don't know. I didn't jump into the GTA craze like everybody else did because I was like, not for me. But dude, that thing is exploded with all the fucking because people do the RP servers and obviously all the heists that come out for it, which are crazy. But I was like, I never really got into it, but I fucking watched enough of it where I feel like I've played it. But where is 6 supposed to be? Where is that located? Did they say
it's Vice City, right? Yeah.
They're going back to Vice City?
Yeah.
Why are they going and doing other shit they've already done?
So I mean, they do the similar locations.
Oh,
San Andreas was done before,
because I heard a rumor a long
Liberty
time ago
City.
they were supposed to do Chicago.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
See how we've already
Ask
circled
them,
back to Chicago?
Yeah.
That would work. That'd be cool.
I thought that would be
fun.
sick.
I hope they have Boys Town down there.
Boys.
In a game, let's go.
I would not doubt it.
Are you looking it up?
I wanted to look it up. I wanted to see if they have an actual release date. So
another thing that things coming out that I somehow it's weird because I heard they were making it and I had no idea and I was like, oh, I wonder if that's going to happen, and then now it's out. I think in 2 days is Gladiator 2.
Oh yeah,
that's coming out in a few days.
2?
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
What's that?
Tell me about it.
I don't know anything about it. I just know it's Gladiator 2, and the first one was
2 days.
Pedro Pascal.
Yeah, and the first one was amazing, as I'm sure you've seen it. If you haven't, you should go watch it.
Little known fact, Gladiator is one of my top 5 movies of all time. So when they found out that they're doing a Gladiator 2, I really wasn't that excited.
Yeah, I don't know
who's still not.
I don't
that
know
excited.
even know who's in it or anything. I just saw that it
Have
was
you guys
being
seen
released.
Spartacus?
Fuck yeah,
Spartacus.
That is a good movie.
Spartacus.
Show.
That show was dope.
What is it? When is it 2000s, 80s, 70s? Is super old?
Spartacus came out in 2010s.
Something like
I want
that.
to say it was 2010.
Oh, okay, so it's fairly new. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Great show.
It was
then.
4 seasons, I think. Something like that.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of it, it kind of got a little more low budget. You could tell they started losing money or something.
Yeah, it was kind of
paper bags for masks.
The swords are all floppy, they're plastic.
But
GTA doesn't have a release date, but it does. It does say fall of 2025. Yep.
That's good enough for me. I'm gonna need the distraction. So.
12 years. Yeah,
that's fucking nuts.
That's longer than Final Fantasy VII remake, I think. From
that's
the time
if they
were
announced
we're doing it.
GTA 5 was absolutely insane.
From 4 to 5.
Yeah.
Oh god.
And then all of a sudden, just this. Oh, okay.
Right.
Goodbye.
Hello. Well, that'd be if they did fucking Skyrim 2 now or some shit. That would be the equivalent. When did Skyrim even come out?
Fuck.
I'm asking that. I know somebody in that's
got
watching.
remastered,
You don't know when the
10
game
times
is.
now.
2011.
Yeah.
So Skyrim is actually even longer. 13
We
years?
need
Yeah,
a new
yeah,
Skyrim.
yeah.
All right, you hear me?
Yeah,
We need
because
a
they've
new
just been
Skyrim.
porting it on everything.
November
ever,
11th,
every device
2011.
known to man.
Yeah.
What also is weird to me about that Lego Horizon game is it's coming out on the Switch, which I don't really know how that works because, I mean, Lego obviously is Lego and they're whatever, but Horizon is exclusively a PlayStation.
Oh, yeah. Well, I wonder if it's
property.
because it's Lego.
Probably.
Because I'm sure Lego bought the rights.
Right, and it's not doesn't need crazy hardware to run. But I just remember thinking like that's really weird. Like why is it coming out on Switch? But probably
Now, if you made a Lego God of War, I'd be all about it.
yeah, I'm sure.
Well, I mean, I love Horizon, but
I'm sure they would at some point.
that'd be
Lego
so
God of
fucking
All the Lego
awesome.
games are so good, dude. The Indiana Jones,
The
Kung
first
Fu
Lego
Panda.
game I bought was like as a kid, a WeChat, with those old Windows 98 computers, you know, whatever.
Oh,
And it crashed on me so many times that I just couldn't play it.
oh
And
yeah.
I haven't really gone back to Lego games because I was so depressed that I couldn't play it. I just have like
It's just
flashbacks to
trauma
that.
stuck in your head. You're like,
Yeah, there's
It
a
crashed
lot
on
of
I did.
handheld ones.
What the fuck?
wake up.
The Harry Potter series is great. It is. It's great. Lego. Speaking of that, isn't the Harry Potter coming back again now too? Some
Yeah, they're doing-
20th deluxe.
They're doing. No, they're casting for a new series.
Yeah. Okay.
Or a new series. I think a new show.
Oh, do you both know Rachel Crow?
Rachel. What?
Wait, Rachel, like Rachel and Helen Rachel? Yeah.
Yeah, so she's in a video game.
Yes, she is. Yes, she is. I just talked to her about it the other day because now
Yeah.
she can actually talk about it
Right.
because of the NDA for for forever.
Was it out now or something?
You remember the Life is Strange movies or
Yes.
games?
Yes.
So the new one is coming out.
Yep.
Our friend Helen,
Hmm.
her wife Rachel,
You look like a Helen. Yeah.
is in the game.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Like as a
Yeah.
character?
Yep.
I mean, oh, cool.
Yeah, she's an actor. She's been acting for a while.
Yeah.
Like she has like an IMDb page and everything. Yeah, so
Nice.
you know she's official.
It's legit.
Um,
It's legit.
but yeah. So now, what Life is Strange? I think that dropped already, right? Didn't it? It just came out.
I think so.
Yeah,
We should all play.
or it should be coming out. But yeah, I mean that was like one of the most like fucking
It's a hype
sought after games
Yeah.
when they announced they were going to do the second one. So
Yeah, there's not.
game. Quality games.
yeah, plus they did like the motion capture shoot and everything, so it actually is her likeness.
Oh,
in the
really?
game, too.
Yeah, cool.
So it's super cool.
Not to distract from Harry Potter, so sorry.
Oh no, that
But, like,
whatever. I
I
just saw
immediately
something
was
like
like, oh
that
my God.
today too. Just I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah, I think they cast it for like a new series or something like that too, for Harry Potter.
Some wizarding world.
You're a lizard, Gary.
You're a lizard, Gary. Yeah, rails.
Rails.
And how we are not on them.
That's fine.
Uh,
What else is going on in the world?
Well, there's a pizza sitting at Papa John's.
there's a pizza sitting
Right
in Papa
now?
John's that
Yeah,
you should
yeah.
probably get.
With your name on it?
Yeah, it has my name on
Literally,
it.
it just says Nate.
Mm-hmm.
They just write it with big Sharpie.
yeah. Well, we can go to our sponsor.
We could. Yeah, let's take a
Do that.
small commercial
We'll
break
take a small
here.
commercial break and take a word from our sponsor or several words, depending on who that sponsor is.
It is not me.
I don't know. We'll find out.
We'll find out.
We'll find out. So we'll see you
Be
soon.
back shortly.
These tales for back to school. Denim, haircut, backpacks, come get your backpack.
Boots and pants.
New shoes,
Get yourself an outfit.
denim,
Boots and pants.
Haircut.
new shoes. So get yourself back to school with these tales.
Haircut.
We're back from the commercial, whatever it was.
That's
you
our
liked-
sponsor,
hope you
whatever
liked
it was.
Whatever it was.
Hope you enjoy.
Shout out to them or whatever.
Or
it
them,
was.
or it, or whatever the product may
That's
be.
right. Buy it.
Buy it now. Use promo code Handsome Devil for 0% off, because I'm sure it'll be like an old ass fucking commercial.
Yeah,
we'll throw there.
most likely, or something that wasn't real to begin with.
Right. But anyway, welcome back after that tiny break. We had some yummy pizza. Not sponsored by Papa John's, but we do enjoy it.
But if you were, I wouldn't be upset about it. So,
Papa John's. Hit us
Shaq, do your thing. Man. Thanks.
Did you say Shaq?
Yeah, he owns like $1 billion.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, because he's like franchisee.
Shaq owns like everything. Like, name one product you haven't seen a commercial with Shaq in.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Good luck.
Shaq's the king. Anyway, so we could get right back into the old politic aspect of it. So, Nate, tell us about the local politic flavor, if you will.
How you got into it? Why?
Yeah, how did you get into it?
How you got into it? Why you wanted to get into it?
So I got into politics. There was this guy I saw on Jon Stewart. His name is Bernie Sanders. He was talking to people. He was announcing his bid for presidency back in the day.
Was it 2012, right?
I voted
16,
for Bernie.
16.
16.
So 2015.
Yep.
And, he told people, people got to rise up and run for office. If you care about your community, it doesn't matter how smart you are. It doesn't matter what you look like. It doesn't matter where you come from. You can run for office and you can try to make a difference in your community. And, I was sitting there looking at the world saying, this world's kind of turning to shit. And things need to be better. And so I took that advice as a nobody. And went to this group meeting thing to talk about politics in the area. Met a friend named Zach, and then met a guy named Max and a woman named Nettie, and these three kind of are like, you should do it. And one thing led to another, and then I ran for office. And I ran up against her name is Kathy Spears. She was a 16-year incumbent of city council and was on county supervisor, so she held 2 seats at once. And I did lose to her by 23 votes in a snowstorm. But
like actual 23 votes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
And through that process, I met hundreds, if not thousands, of people. Really knew that I wasn't alone in the community because my message was resonating with these people.
Hell yeah.
I took that as a learning step and ran again, and here I am. But really what got me into politics was this desire to make things better, to make the world a better place for the next person like me, a person who needed someone to, change the world and make it a better place. So.
Right on, man. That's awesome. And I think what's cool too about it is you took what Bernie said, ran with it, and you're like, I'm just gonna fucking do it, and you got involved. And because how old were you when you because obviously you're younger than me, I do believe. I'm 37.
Yeah.
Luke is 37. So yeah, how old were you when you actually got elected, sworn in? How old were you?
Oh, how old was I when I got elected?
Yeah.
Or when I ran the first time?
When you ran and when you were elected.
So I'm 32 now. I won in 2020. So 30. And then it's 28 when I first ran for office.
Right on.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. And is there there's a minute? I assume 18 probably.
Yeah.
It's just the minimum. Yeah.
Right on.
But
That's
I can't
fucking
imagine
cool.
anybody being like, "You're 18, you'll do fine."
Mad props for knowing that you wanted to do that.
Maybe though, but yeah, that's the shit, dude. Because a lot of people just sit and complain about everything and don't do anything, or just put all caps posts on the internet and think that'll solve everything.
Yeah.
That's right. Facebook comments don't accomplish anything.
No.
Real
God,
conversations with people one-on-one and on their doorstep, those are the conversations that change things.
1,000%. 1,000%. When you said caps, that reminded me of because Nate is on TikTok as well, and he was so Nate would be at the farmers market in Appleton, which we've talked about on here before, which is the shit. But
chicken wings, yeah.
Yes, Mize Deli, fucking stuffed chicken wings all day. But Nate was going live from the farmers market because you also do the Planned Parenthood cart and stuff like that, right? Too.
Yeah, me and John raise money for Planned Parenthood. We also give out signs, and we hand out condoms to people.
Yeah.
Giving people protection.
And if he watches this, shout out John. He's fucking awesome. He's like the nicest dude. Every time we would go, my mom would be like, "He's such a nice guy."
Has he been in here before, John?
No,
I don't think I know who it is.
He's a super dope,
He doesn't
dope
have
dude.
Hair, so.
He just doesn't.
No, but he's a champion. He's a fucking legend.
Yeah.
But I remember he was actually live from the fucking farmers market on TikTok, and there was just like obviously it's Planned Parenthood, so everyone's like, oh, abortions, you're the worst, devil, that type of
Those
shit.
actual sounds, yeah.
And it was just people in like all caps. And I remember because I joined the live and I was like, "Hi Nate," and you're like, "Oh hi Ray," and like on the live, and I think somebody was like just spamming like Trump 2024, like just in like all capital letters, like you were saying.
Just to, yeah, it's always that.
And all I replied with was, if I write my opinion in all caps, does that make mine more valid than anyone else's? And I got Nate to just start laughing live on this live.
Is my opinion harder than yours?
Right.
Yeah.
Is it more important now?
Does it sound like I'm yelling it?
Yeah.
What is it? Caps lock is cruise control for cool.
Cruise control for cool. That's pretty good. It's pretty good.
But yeah, fucking. But yeah, so you do that. I mean, you just got done canvassing like 100 billion houses forever.
Yeah, man. Like 3 months straight, doing my day job and then going and canvassing. So yeah, I knocked. I don't actually know. I still have to get my number. But I talked to, a couple thousand people. And moved some people, moved the needle. Noticed there was a lot of misinformation out there, but.
Oh God! Just asking some, obviously not debating anybody, but just being like, what that matters to you, and then trying to, inform them of something that's incorrect, possibly. But
sure. When I go up to the door, I'm asking about what issues they care about, and then I go up to the door without judgment. And most of the time, there's a civic conversation there. Sometimes people just scream at me. But,
of course. What do you want?
When I'm having that civic conversation, we're talking about. I just listen to them. I kind of ask questions about how they got to where they got to, and I, try to have them think through the things they're saying. I point out a couple things here and there, to get them to start thinking about the issue from the other side. And I also encourage them to recognize that we're both people living in this community together, and it's important to coexist. And we need to stop thinking about each other as the other or them. Because it's very dangerous and not productive at all.
Agreed.
Totally
agreed.
Yeah, those are the first top 2 things I do. Is try to get people to see their own logic better. And a lot of times when you're saying something out loud, if it's off, you're gonna hear yourself saying it and be like,
I'm not even sure why I think that. You're just gonna say like,
right.
Wow, that really sounds really dumb when I say it out loud, or whatever. I'm not trying to bash anybody. I'm just saying it's like, yeah. There's probably a lot of things I'm sure that I believe or hold true that I'm sure if I tried to explain it, I'd be like, I'm not really exactly sure why. I even not just political stuff, but other things otherwise.
Just everything in general.
It's true.
Right.
That's kind of how things work, right? And then we go like, wait, that can't be right, and then we go from there. So it's less about me trying to convince them, more or less getting them to convince themselves of their error. And
getting people to speak it out loud.
Yeah.
Like speak it out loud and be like, I'll tell you why that's not correct, or stuff like that. So.
And making sure that they remember the other claims that go and are associated with that too. So
right on.
Sometimes I bring up, for example, the claim that windmills are killed by whales, right? Or that windmills cause cancer. Or
my
that,
God.
Windmills.
Bleach.
Windmills.
Yes.
That's a thing.
That was a thing that was a thing that Trump said during his presidency.
It's an obsession.
Yes, he was like windmills. He's like they're giving us cancer. And I was like,
imagine saying that.
This is insane.
I'd have to hear the context of it, or why he brought it up, or what was, but whatever. I believe you. I'm sure
it was bad.
I'm sure it was said, but I'd like to hear exactly how it went down.
It might just make you dumber. I promise.
Everyone in this room
is now
dumber. Yeah,
simple no would have sufficed.
Mr. Madison. Yeah. That's great, man. I mean, and everybody, I'm sure you get door slammed in your face or just like get off my lawn, all that kind of stuff. But that's cool, though. That's just really cool. I mean, I definitely don't have that in me whatsoever to want to. I mean, if someone wants to talk about something, going, hey, man, like, okay, cool. But I definitely don't have the drive like you do to go to 1 billion homes, as Ray put it, to talk to everybody individually. But that's cool, man, because that's exactly what we need. Because sitting on the internet or only telling what people agree with already isn't going to do anything, and that's why internet arguments I don't think go anywhere.
They don't do anything.
It instantly turns in fuck you, you're an idiot, and then just like name calling or bullshit, or
it's a pissing match. That's
or it's somebody who's like, yeah, I agree with you, and it's like you don't need to talk to that person if they're already on the same level as you are. You're not gonna.
Yeah,
So.
Internet fights don't make any sense. Everyone is just dumber when they do it.
Yeah, you're right.
And everyone when I swear to God, when they type it, they just look stupid. Like you can't type out an opinion and then just be like, yeah, I fucking got him. Like, no, you don't. Like somebody's gonna look at that and read that and go, what an idiot. Like no one's gonna agree. And I think context matters, and I think inflection matters. Like when you actually have to have a debate or a conversation with somebody or whatever it is.
Right, especially like
internet fights are so stupid.
Right, especially like in a relationship with if you're whatever.
Oh God, trying to text argue.
Whoever your significant other is, if you're just talking about like where do you want to eat or what should I bring home or whatever, that's fine. But if it's like something that's on a sensitive subject, good luck trying to decipher through that.
Because then you get hit with the text K.
You're missing that tone. You're missing the,
the body language. Right? There's so much. Yeah, you don't get that's. You can tell. You can read people, and it's just all the things that come. Like someone can I can tell. Like for example, when I tattoo people, if they come in and if it's their first time, I can just. I mean, I don't believe in like auras or whatever, but I can just feel it out that like they're going to be fine or this person's going to be like
you get a vibe
like this person's going to be gold or this person's like going to be terrified the whole time and they're going to like freak out, and that's fine. I mean, everybody's different. As
the kids say, you're getting a vibe.
You're vibing it out.
Vibing, bro.
Bopping and bussing. Yeah, so like but
my lord,
all that stuff and that's gone through language. I mean, if you go back and even think about like a bajillions of years ago, like before language was a universal thing, people it had to get established, and before then people had to understand each other through looks, judgments, grunts, sounds, Uggs, clubs,
rocks.
Rocks.
Yeah. Behold, I have made fire.
That's so good, dude.
I imagine you probably have like insane stories just from canvassing, just going door to door.
Yeah,
especially with the political climate that it is today. Like everybody's like very opinionated, and everyone thinks they're right. So I'm sure it was like, hey, can I talk to you about this? And it was like, get the fuck out of here! Like just,
sure.
I'm sure there's probably just crazies like left and right.
I mean, well. I wouldn't say it's that common. I would say like maybe 10% of them are pretty wild. But I mean, we're talking about like 55,000 doors, right?
Right.
Out of that number, if like 10% is kind of wild, it's kind of to be expected.
But I mean 5,000-ish, sure. But yeah, that's an ass load. It's like 3 neighborhoods or whatever.
That's a lot of verbal torment to go through.
It's definitely worth it. I mean, I've also had like some of the greatest conversations I've ever had. There was this one person I talked to this cycle where I told him like, hey, would you like to, meet up again and have another conversation about politics? He didn't, necessarily tell me who he voted for, but the conversation was so deep and so meaningful that it stuck with me for like 3 days after I just kept coming back to this conversation. And wanting more of the conversation because it was so good.
I was gonna say, I feel like when you get different perspectives like that, it probably resonates with you too. Because you're like, wow, I didn't think about it that way before, or you get somebody else's point of view, and suddenly, like, it almost strengthens or makes you question your own type of stuff, probably.
Or in this specific case, he kind of just read me like a book because he was a former detective.
Okay.
We were talking about it, and he could tell what I cared about, I could tell what he cared about, and we just kind of went back and forth, reading each other in this really interesting way that I've never really had before.
You're playing mental chess with him.
Kind of.
I know that you know that I know that you know that I know.
Yeah.
One of those kind of things.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. And it was a real treat. It was really cool and really fun. So, I mean, while you might have, someone just absolutely screaming in your face.
Yeah.
At the same time, you also have that on the other hand, where it's just like, God, I want another one. I want another one of these. Like another conversation like that. That's so deep and, awesome.
Fuck yeah. That's sweet, man. I mean, Yeah, I mean, you have the patience of a saint. I wouldn't be able to do anything like that. I mean, I talk to enough people in my chair all the time.
Right. I was like, people come to us, and we have them all the time.
Yeah, I don't seek people out.
Yeah. I mean, there's never I can never tell you like, oh, another day at the office. Like, I have no idea what's kind of conversation's gonna go down.
I was gonna say, man.
Who knows? Who knows?
Holy shit, yeah.
Talking to people all day in the grocery store and then at doors about politics did take a toll. Like, definitely, like by the end of the day.
I was gonna say, mentally, that has to be nuts.
I would have drank, but I couldn't drink because then I'd become more irritable the next day. So like,
just hung over, going door to door, like, who the fuck are you voting for?
So Randy Marsh style.
I don't got time for this shit. You got like sunglasses on, headache.
Got a bottle of water, just like
just crushing a fucking Gatorade, like, oh god, throwing up in people's yards.
No, that's a cool style, man. I never really, I don't know anything about that world. I don't claim to, but it's, I guess the way to do it, it sounds like if I were to do something like that, that's probably the best way to do it. And not to give anybody, and I don't care, whatever listeners, viewers out there, wherever you believe in or which way you lean or whatever, at least do it like civilly and talk about things and be able to have a conversation. It really, like, every once in a while I get curious and I'll go down those paths of watching like what they call social justice warriors, like of like people just saying stuff and then like far right wing people just like screaming at them and all that stuff. And and like sometimes I think the worst thing, you like going there like screaming and like parading and like trying to cause a big scene is exactly what they're trying to accomplish, and so like they can use it against you. So yeah,
they want to paint the other side as like stupid,
right.
Like no matter what side you're on, they want to paint the other side as like ignorant rage morons,
and just like let the person go out there, say their piece, even if you don't agree with it at all. Let them say what they want. I mean, you can. That's the point. And so I get really irritated too by like people like Steven Crowder, for example.
Oh man,
who's just like he goes and he sets up those Change My Mind booths or whatever.
Yeah.
And he puts like the hottest topic ever, and it's like, dude, you know what you're doing. You know exactly 100%. What you're doing. You're not, and he tries to veil it. And I'm just trying to have a civil discussion. No, you're not.
Oh yeah,
like,
and like
the way you're setting it up, and like you're just like. How it's brought out and where you're doing it is not
him
not
and
the way to
Charlie Kirk and those fucking morons.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, and there's like, we're going to debate college kids who don't know people, who don't know things.
That's
and
the
I'm
biggest.
Like, there you go.
That's the biggest
Don't debate intellectuals. Let's debate kids that are really just learning stuff.
You're right.
Like, plus, you're not even going to like political science schools. You're just debating like some kid who it's like, I want to be a fucking doctor and I don't know shit about politics. And then you're like, I'm going to debate you about fucking social issues. Like, dude, they're not gonna know fucking anything. Like, this is what you do for a living. You're gonna debate a kid who doesn't know fucking fuck all.
Yeah.
Like, dude, come on.
Just looking to dunk on people,
That's it. That's all it is. It's clickbait.
And that's one of the.
It's the original rage baiting. What it is.
Well, it works.
It does.
Here we are.
Yep. Raging about it.
Yeah. Well, I'm not mad about it. It's just. I just think it's silly.
I am.
Click away. No one's mad. I am.
And this is one of the really important things too when you go out and talk to people, because there are people who want to just skip over clear signed opposition houses, but going to those houses and having those civil discussions is really important because of those YouTube videos and how it's so. Let me just run that back. Going to those houses is really important. To see that opposition and talk to them and just have a civil discord because of those videos online and because of like rhetoric coming from politicians and showing the other side that, hey, I'm just a person is really important. Like to see that, to talk to someone else who voted the opposite way. So that way, they don't actually hate you because you might be getting told that they hate you.
Right.
And you might see, like on YouTube, someone just screaming and going crazy.
Oh, yeah.
And then
fully agree, because otherwise you just get stuck with like an echo chamber of people who just agree with you.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And like you don't learn anything, you don't gain perspective, like nothing like that. So if you just hang out with people who just agree with you,
you lose the ability to care about people, and that is kind of why we are where we are right now. You have one side who is constantly preaching the other, the them, the enemy within.
Right.
and you're seeing them disconnect from us as human beings, rather than being enemies of the state. And it's important to go out there and show them, hey, I'm not your enemy. I actually care about, healthcare. I care about Social Security. I care about retirement. I care about, the streets being fixed, right?
Right.
I care about grocery prices too. I'm in the working class, right? It's a struggle. Like, we're both struggling here. And I just think that these policies would be better than, this policy.
And I feel like a lot of it is like when you do get to get out there and talk to somebody about a certain topic like that, and it's something that all they ever know about it is what they see on Fox News or what they see on CNN or whatever they're seeing from whatever news source that they're seeing. They're only gaining that knowledge of a biased text. So, like, prime example, like what you were saying, like when you get to like get people in front of this like issue that they don't know anything about, and then you show them what that issue is, and they're like, oh, this isn't as bad as what we thought it was, or oh, this is not what we thought it was, or like the example I'm thinking of in my head is I don't know if anybody's watched that I think it's on Netflix, but it's the documentary of it's called Will and Harper.
I don't think so. I've seen it. I haven't. Well, I definitely haven't seen it because I don't think I know what it is.
So the premise of it is Andrew Steele, who was a writer for Saturday Night Live, he wrote like every major sketch that Will Ferrell has like ever been in that like made his career.
I've heard of that.
Yeah. So he was a writer for SNL during like the golden years, right? And so him and Will Ferrell became really, really close friends for a really long time, even after Will left and did movies. I believe Andrew was like, I think he's in his like 60s. Basically came out and said that he was transitioning, and his name is Harper now. So Harper Steele. So she. So
okay.
Sorry ahead of time, but she used to be a he. So that's what my reference was.
Right.
But she, Harper Steele, basically all she ever did, like, she just loved going on road trips and going to like the diviest fucking bars, like backwoods Oklahoma, dirt track racing, like just like some real fucking redneck shit, right?
Yep.
And that's all she wanted to do. Like, that's what she loved. She loves our country, and that's all she wants to do. And what she was trying to do was seeing after the transition of a trans female in her 60s, if she could go and experience the same things that she really loved to do than when she was a man, but as a woman. And basically, she reached out to Will Ferrell, and Will was like, I don't know anything about this type of stuff, so it's going to be a learning experience for both of us. So he agreed.
Oh, and
they did a documentary.
And it's like them like going around, like, let's figure it out.
It's literally them going from New York all the way to California, like taking this whole huge trip.
Just stopping and swinging on tires and stuff.
Yeah, just like living
or whatever.
Living and fucking. They sat in like
Drinking
a Walmart,
beers.
Walmart parking lot, just drank beers and smoked cigars.
Yeah, I mean, that's people in the South. I've seen it all the time.
Living the dream.
They hang out. Walmart parking lots and trucks is what they do.
But
that's cool.
there's a moment in that entire documentary that is what I was trying to get to, was they end up in Oklahoma. And if we know anything about the South, and this is like fucking backwoods Oklahoma. This is like the diviest shit bar I've ever seen. Yeah. Yeah, like you wind up missing, right?
Like there's not even a car dealership.
Right.
There's not even a car wash. Not even a car wash.
No, we just leave the mud on our trucks.
Yeah.
But so they go to this, they actually go to a dirt track, like, fucking race. And they go in, and Will is like, I don't think Will knows how to, like, guide people into it or be awkward about anything. So Will is just like, oh, this is my friend Harper. Like, she just wants to see if she can enjoy this stuff now that she's transitioned. And meanwhile, you can kind of see her face like, I feel like if he wasn't there, it might not have been something that she had the courage to do.
Oh, for sure. Absolutely.
And there's a moment in that documentary where she's at the dirt track race, and there's like a family in front of her, and I don't want to fucking paint with a broad brushstroke, but if you're going to dirt track races in Oklahoma, you
kind of know what you're
type of way. You know what I mean?
You kind of know what you're walking into.
You know what I'm talking about, and you can picture the guy in your head. I know you can.
It's like going.
Probably has a Dale Earnhardt hat on.
Going to a metal show and getting hit in the pit. Like
you know what you're there for. Yeah, you know what to expect.
Right.
The guy's probably got more teeth than more cousins than he does teeth in his mouth.
Find out he's 76 years old. Yeah.
She basically says to him is like, I used to do this all the time when I was a man. I want to see if I can still go out and enjoy it the same way now that I've transitioned to a female. And the guy turns around, looks at her, and just says, if you love it, just go. And it was just that amount of confirmation. Yep. And after they did that, they went to this super shitty, divey backwoods bar. And basically Harper just says, hey, stay outside. If I'm uncomfortable, if something happens to me, because it is dangerous in the climate that we're in today, then I will call you and let you know. A lot of people immediately looked at her. And you could see that people were like, what the fuck? You know what I mean?
Course,
like,
yeah.
like, not what I expected to walk into this bar.
All right.
But the way that she interacted and how she didn't like back off just because these people were different or just because they were almost like the stereotype, like get the fuck out of our town, like that type of shit. And you know what I'm talking about, dude? There's literally fuck Biden like flags on the wall. There's like fucking Confederate flag wall, like all that shit on the wall. It is like exactly what you think it is.
Right.
She was able to sit down and have conversations with people, and no one gave her shit. They just asked her questions. And I was like, and granted, it's not like that everywhere, but that's a huge fucking, like what we were talking about, like putting yourself in that situation just to be able to talk.
Yeah.
And, people asking questions probably because they just don't fucking get it, or they haven't encountered somebody that's trans for it.
I mean, that's exactly how the LGBTQ community has gained their rights in the first place, right?
Yeah.
Doing just that. Like in California, it's kind of started there, that deep canvassing, just getting to know people, reducing that stigma around and those prejudices, what you see in those like attack commercials or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Really breaks that down and gets rid of that. And I've had plenty of conversations with people, some more authentic than others, and have definitely flipped people on the issue. Because once you just point out some simple factors, they don't care that much. I will say, like, although I know that the Republican Party has really hyped up the issue of trans rights, right?
Oh, yeah.
Their voting base doesn't necessarily bring it up that often, right? The top like two things I heard about were immigration and the economy, right? So like and a lot of them would just like blow that off because they don't necessarily care what someone else is doing with their life, right?
Right.
And the Republican Party formed a narrative to make their base care more, but they don't necessarily care in the first place. So you can work with that angle and bring them off of that subject if you point out the way that they were manipulated into caring about it in the first place.
Yeah, I feel like the average person really doesn't know much about anything trans related information.
Yeah. And, as I pointed out on one of my TikToks, my Tiki Takis, that like a lot of people claim to have friends who are gay or trans, and like they'll then go on to say a bunch of hateful things, and I'm like, well, obviously you don't know them that well, and they don't consider you a friend because clearly.
Is that the same vein as I'm not racist, but
yes,
yeah,
okay,
100%.
All right.
Because
I'm not racist, but
I have a black friend.
Here's a bunch of racist stuff.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm not racist, but I heard. Yeah,
because one
it's
person.
It's the same fucking realm for sure. Yeah,
yeah. And they maybe are more open to conversation too. So like, you just sit down with them. Something that we really have to stop doing is being afraid of these people. We have to get over and come through that fear, because the second we approach them on the issues that they most resent or most fearful of, they can see that, hey, this isn't real, right? Especially trans rights, right? We have a lot of canvassers who are trans, and they go out and knock doors, and I think that really benefits
for sure,
interaction and human interaction, and rehumanizes them where politics has dehumanized them.
Definitely.
Yeah,
definitely.
That's a really good way to look at it, and it's not even to look at it. It is. That is what it is. It's
it's a good way to articulate that,
right?
Because that's definitely true. Yeah, because I feel like the most times whenever I've Like, because I would probably say I didn't know anybody or had met anybody that was trans or was even familiar with the trans like community until probably I don't know, maybe like 5 or 6 years ago. I didn't know anybody. But the more like friends that I got, the more hanging out at Jekyll's and stuff like that, and getting to know. That's where I met you, and that's where I met like a ton of people. That's where I met Ivy, and stuff like that. And like knowing all of these people, and never really. I didn't really go into like. I don't want to go into like questionnaires. Like what's this like? I don't want to be that guy. But it was just kind of just getting to know people, and then just getting to know them as a friend. And then understanding through the friendship that I had already made what, their lifestyle is or, what they do or like how everything came about and stuff like that. Getting to know their life and their feelings and their experience.
Yeah, who they are.
Yeah, and I feel like the more I run into people that have those experiences, the more that stigma starts to fade away. And I feel like more people need to be open to something like that because, dude, they're just people. Like,
yeah.
And if
that's how we've gotten, that's why, like, if you look at approval of gay marriage, right?
Yeah.
In a 10-year window, it went from 14% of America approved of it to 76.
Damn.
Right? In just a small little window, right?
Was it like the same? Not to be like, yeah, it's not true, but but like, was it like the same pool of voters, like the same?
That was both Democrats and Republicans, right?
Well, right, but I mean, like, was it the same? Like, we took 10,000 random people in random areas and voted, because obviously, it's not.
Oh, how did they poll?
Right,
I
probably. I'm just saying, was it the
necessarily
same
know.
too? But anyway, regardless.
But yeah, the point is, like, that took a lot of work of the community, by the community, to talk to people and interact with them.
Right.
It works. It does work. You don't hate people when you know them and
right.
you get to know them. So.
Yeah, that's always the thing you hear. Like, I don't like any of those insert slur here, whatever it may be, except my friend, blah blah blah, and blah blah blah. Like, well, you know what? There's probably a whole bunch of your friends that are out there that you don't know yet. Right. You know what I mean? That you just think that, oh, I haven't talked to them, so they're one of them. Like, you have no idea.
Right. Yeah, I think that's.
There are some people that are pieces of shit, but that comes in.
That's
color,
that's a person-to-person basis,
right.
no matter
what.
There are definitely hateful people out there.
Oh yeah,
like,
dude.
No question. Like, not gonna, like, it's gonna take a very specific person to get through to that person, and it is not kind of thing. Like, you just need to walk the fuck away.
Yeah, I feel when
when
somebody's got that mean of a hate on them, it's probably best to just walk away until life fucking smacks them in the face on their own.
That's right.
I mean, there's extremists and shitheads in every fucking group, no matter what it is. I mean, there's even a fucking sect of Buddhist monks that are extremist and violent, which is bananas considering Buddhism preaches pacifism.
I was going to say I don't know much about Buddhism, but
it
I'm
preaches
pretty sure it's not violent.
pacifism.
Yeah, like in Black Myth Wukong, those Buddhists.
Those Buddhists.
See how we came back around? But yeah, like, you're going to get those fucking people no matter what. And that's a person-to-person basis. And I feel like people just need to stop fucking painting everything with the same brushstroke and being like, all people are like this. And it's like, that's not true. Yeah. Like, it's never been true. It's not ever going to be true. Like, it's just not. And I think it's ridiculous that politics has put that thought in people's head, or like just bastardizing fucking lifestyles for some weird reason that they never gave a fuck about before. You know what I mean? Like, it literally carries no bearing on anybody else.
Yeah.
But they have to put it out there like, it's the fucking end of times. And it's like, it's not. It's not.
Yeah.
It's fucking not. Just chill the fuck out and shut up. Like, anyway.
Yeah.
It's a deep conversation.
No, it really is. And I mean, it can be said on the same token, too, there is a lot of anger towards Trump supporters right now for, electing a fascist. But at the same time, in talking to them, they're kind-hearted. They'd give you the shirt off their back. They're going to help you if you need it. They're just struggling really bad right now financially, and they look back at the first 2 years of Trump's term and said, I was doing better then. Why wouldn't I, do that? And it's understandable, right? It's not that they have, any, hatred towards anyone. They're just like, I need a better time. And part of the misinformation and misunderstanding is that first 2 years was more of a layover of Barack Obama's economy than it was Trump's.
Yep.
And what we're in now is more about Trump's. But
I feel like a lot of that is based on fear.
yeah,
The media always sells fear. They'll sell it about everything. So if they can make you afraid of it, they'll make you hate it.
so yeah,
Because anybody's anger and rage is a secondary emotion to whatever it is that's making them angry. And I feel like most of it's fear. I mean, that's all it ever is. Like, we're going to do something to your kids. No, they're not. So everyone's immediate fear is like, they're still going to fuck with my kids. And like, that's a surefire way to get anybody to vote the way you want them to, is
Right.
threaten their safety of their children.
and that's basically been the Republican platform since the early 2000s.
True.
I used to watch Fox News because my mom's boyfriend used to watch Fox News, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'd be watching Fox News, and I remember just the amount of fear-based content they were pushing from that television screen to you. And
since I was a
really
kid.
portraying people a certain way. So I mean, they've been doing it for a long time, and it really worked out for them.
I think through social media, it's only gotten worse. But I mean, fucking even when Luke and I were kids, before Jesse Waters and before fucking Charlie
Tucker
Kirk and all those
Carlson.
fuckers, before oh my God, Tucker Carlson,
The Tuck.
the Tuck. He
takes Tuck to a whole new level.
All of those motherfuckers, it was what's his name? Fucking
Bill O'Reilly.
Bill O'Reilly.
Go
Oh
Bill.
my God, that guy. So that guy was like the first. I honestly think that guy was like the first of it. And then people talk about like
I would say so. Yeah.
that guy was just always wrong too.
Started the wave.
He did start the fucking wave. Like, Jesus Christ, that guy was like the voice of fucking fascism and misinformation when we were kids.
And then, turned slowly to
I suppose
Rush.
though, Alex Jones though.
Oh
at
my
the
God.
same time.
Did you
I
hear the good
remember-
news about Alex Jones though?
I did not.
While he was doing the podcast that he does for InfoWars, auctioneers were in the building.
No way.
Yes. InfoWars is getting fucking it was getting shut down as he was
That's beautiful.
on air. So he's like, I was just in their office. That's pretty close, actually.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
I was just in their office, and there was auctioneers walking through the thing, whatever, because everything's getting auctioned off because we're getting shut down. Because I had to pay millions of dollars in this fake, whatever, guilty verdict. But I'm like, no, you got fucking. You're guilty, dumbass. Like, like
That's what happened.
you can't say Sandy Hook was fake and then expect no one to do anything
No, for
about it.
real.
What the fuck is wrong with
got
you?
lucky, man.
Holy shit!
Like-
lucky. He's still going to fucking court for
No,
it.
I'm saying he's lucky to be like physically okay.
Right.
Oh,
right.
I was shocked. I was shocked that InfoWars didn't get burnt to the fucking ground.
I mean, my God, dude.
Jesus
How
Christ.
disturbing are you to say some shit like that?
I mean, they were quick to almost burn down Nick Fuentes' house.
I mean, saying like water's turning, the frog's gay is at least funny.
Yeah, that is funny. At least
I
funny.
miss when InfoWars was just the podcast version of the National
Outrageous.
Enquirer.
It was, yes. You're
Like,
right. You're exactly
like
right.
where it was just like ridiculous shit, like that.
Bat Lady meets Elvis or
Yeah.
something. Yeah. It was.
Loch Ness Monster spotted at local pool.
Yeah. Shallow end.
Yeah.
Man.
Like when it was fun, when it was
Yeah,
harmless, when
right.
it didn't hurt anybody.
Right.
Like now it's just like fucking water turning the frogs gay.
This
In my head, I'm like, why does that matter? Like
Yeah, I don't.
frogs asexually reproduce anyway, so even
I'm
if
gonna
they
say
were fucking
I know
gay,
nothing
who
about
cares?
frogs, but I'm.
Like,
Yeah,
right?
sure.
Like what the fuck?
It
Like who
doesn't
gives a
matter.
shit?
Yeah.
What a stupid fucking topic.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then it just progressively got worse, and I was like, man,
Yeah.
you deserve all the worst.
Yeah.
My favorite thing that ever got reported about Alex Jones is when he got picked up for drunk driving on his way back from getting sushi with his wife.
I don't.
Yeah, he got super hammered and like stole the car and like crashed it.
Oh.
You hear about that?
No, I didn't know
like
about that.
3 or 4 years ago.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, he got into like some argument with his wife. I'm sure it was about the frogs being gay or something, and then his wife disagreed, and then he got drunk and picked up for a DUI.
Nice.
No,
dude.
yeah.
Yeah, so I was like, good job, dipshit. I'm sure that'll be the authorities' fault somehow.
But yeah, him, Bill O'Reilly, and yeah. those
Yeah,
two
Bill
were-
O'Reilly was a big one.
Yeah.
Fucking goddamn. Yeah, I mean, it's always been there. It's always been there. So I think it's always gonna be there. So I just tell people just greet people with education first.
I mean, it's easier though too. I mean, if you just straight up are lying all the time and never have to be accountable for your words, it's so much easier to get a bunch of people listening to you.
Double down and deny.
Right.
It's way easier.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty much any presidential platform ever.
That's exactly
Double down and deny.
That's exactly it.
Well, these days anyway.
I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
Do you think he did though?
Who, Bill Clinton?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Did he? Yeah, man.
The thing. Yes,
don't
he
know.
had sexual relations with that woman.
He said he
Monica
didn't.
Lewinsky, yeah.
Take
Said
him
he
at his
didn't.
word.
I mean, there's the answer.
Well, it's a clear and cut no.
He said he didn't, so.
They're still together.
What?
Hillary and Bill are still together.
Yes.
Wow.
Doesn't mean they didn't, It's not like
It's all
Monica's
political
denying
stuff.
it.
You never see them together. You notice that?
Who?
Bill and Hillary.
It's because they're
I
the
don't
same
watch
person.
I don't really pay attention to Bill and Hillary.
Ding.
if I'm being honest.
Bill
I'm
Clinton's
not,
like 6'4". You never see him and Batman in the same room.
Because of the camera angles.
Yeah.
She actually is there. She's
Yeah,
just,
there's
Like,
an argument.
there's just a wig on. It's like a bald cap at this point. I can't believe Bill Clinton's still alive.
I can't believe Jimmy Carter's still alive, man.
Holy fuck,
Did
is
you
he
see
really?
his birthday party?
No, what is he? 105?
He's 101.
Shut the fuck up! Are
No.
you kidding me?
Wait, isn't he 105?
Jimmy Carter?
He's 100 for sure.
Holy fuck! I
No,
did
yeah.
not know that.
No, he voted for Kamala Harris.
Oh, did he really?
Yeah, he said he was going to live long enough to vote for Kamala Harris.
Oh, good for him.
Like he said, I'm gonna make it till then at least.
Yeah, and we've all collectively
He's
decided to
100
tell him.
years old.
Well, 100.
Yeah.
He
We
just
all-
had his 100th birthday.
Mm-hmm.
Collectively, we're all agreeing to tell him she won. So,
We're all agreeing.
Dude,
he's
yeah.
not going to know. He
Yeah.
cannot use Google.
Dude.
Like,
Right.
seeing
Dude,
him at his
Jimmy
birthday party,
Carter
though,
was-
I was like, oh my God. is he
Jimmy
dead?
Carter was born in 1924.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Right.
Holy fuck. Dude, that's insane.
My great-grandpa.
Grampy.
He lived at 92.
Oh, Poppy.
He was
5'10".
that
No,
was
he's
a
not.
different breed of people. Yeah.
Not anymore.
Yeah.
What? Oh, I know. How the fuck do people born in this age where you have 10 kids and half of them are used to farm and then they just die in freak farming accidents when they're 5 years old? How the fuck?
exactly what
How the
happened.
fuck do these motherfuckers live to be this old when they had to live through asbestos and fucking lead paint?
Because they had to live through that.
Probably they're just built
Yeah.
different.
Yeah. I don't.
Where they lived through they don't have fucking light socket covers where every fucking kid stuck a fork in it.
It
They-
wasn't
think
even
about-
outlets. It was
they-
just
they-
live
they-
wires hanging out.
cloth wrapped wires.
Yeah.
I don't even.
Fuck.
How are they alive? That's a great question, man.
It's crazy. It's crazy what they had to live through, and these fuckers are still alive and have an immunity fucking system that's triple R's even with vaccines.
For
Lived
real.
through the fucking Spanish flu. Dude,
The Mr. Burns thing.
they just
I mean, Joe
it
Biden
hardened
lived through
their insides.
Joe Biden lived through the Black Plague.
Yeah,
The
probably.
Dark Ages.
400 years ago.
Fuck.
I can't go away without making one Joe Biden joke.
Deep inside Prussia in Europe. Fuck. Part of the Germanic tribes.
Oh man, reptile people.
Oh God, don't get me started on that.
Please, I don't want to get you started on that. 'cause it's
Obama
ridiculous.
is a lizard people.
Is a lizard people.
Do you know Mitch McConnell is their leader?
Mitch McConnell.
That fucker looks like his skin is
turtle.
just stapled on.
He's a
It's
turtle.
staple.
You notice you never see the back of his head. I'm pretty sure they just put his skin on and stapled the back of his head, and it just droops slowly. That guy's falling
He's
apart.
stapled every day.
He's actually just slowly decaying, but he's still alive.
Right.
He looks rough. We're gonna put up a picture of Mitch McConnell,
we will.
right here ish.
We will.
He's terrifying to look at. How the fuck old is he? I heard they're finally replacing his
I
ass.
hear he is
Probably with somebody just as
342 years
bad.
old.
I'm gonna say 84.
Mitch
It
McConnell?
depends on how many
Guessing.
children he eats.
Total guess.
82.
Oh, KD2.
Dude. Menacing.
Yes.
Hello, I'm Mitch McConnell.
Did you ever see that video of him hard resetting for fucking 45 seconds?
Yeah, where
Yeah,
he's
dude. I couldn't stop watching. I was like, what is going on?
I was waiting for the reply. It was 45 seconds later, and he's like,
His staff comes over.
Excuse me, we're having technical difficulties. Our Mitch is broken.
Reboot.
We gotta get out of here.
Where's
Thank
the
you.
reboot button?
Reboot.
He's like red ringing. Like,
Error 404.
the blue screen of death.
Yeah. Yep. There it is.
That's it. That's the one. Fucking boop. Fucking Christ. There needs to be fucking term limits for old people.
All right, fellas.
If they can't drive a car, they shouldn't be in the office.
We're gonna yeah.
That's right.
Can you even
make that law now.
ride in one? This is going to be a long, well, not super long. What's going to be a longer one? Probably like
about
an hour
15.
Yeah.
Not too
like
shabby.
that. Not too shabby.
You make sure that ad's not too long, you know.
Yeah,
Right.
well, it's usually an hour. No. it'll
This
be
is,
like 10
not the
seconds.
ad.
Yeah, no, I know.
This is our first hot button fucking topic podcast, which I think we did pretty good. I'm sure we'll make somebody mad, which will probably just cause more clicks. So
Yeah, we'll just get you.
rage baiting. Join us today. More at 10. But no, I'm gonna say one thing before we go and sign off. I posted it, and I know the world is a big scary place right now, but I know Luke and I are in full agreement in this, and we've built our company on this too from the get-go. Handsome Devil will always be a place with open doors.
Except when we're close.
Except when we're close. Anybody is welcome through our doors. Any, walk of life, any color, any creed, any whatever. I don't really care. Just as long as you're not a fucking asshole. Like, don't come in here with hate in your heart, and you'll get treated like a person. So, everyone's welcome here. This is a safe space. Come and hang out. Come kick it. It will always be a fucking place that people can hang out and just feel appreciated and loved. So, we appreciate you. We wouldn't be here without you guys. And it's just a way of, us saying thank you, and we don't judge. So, it's like Planet Fitness.
Planet Fitness.
Judgment-free zone.
Judgment-free zone.
We don't have a lunk alarm, though.
A lunk. A lunk alarm. Nate, would you like to say anything before we're signing off here?
Yeah, sure. I got something else to say. Let me just pull out my paper here.
My scroll.
Go right ahead.
Here it is.
The election is over with now. At the end of the day, all we have is each other. So it's really important for us to stick together because we're likely going to go through tough times. But I'm sure we'll get through them. As Americans, we've been through hard times in the past, and we will go through hard times in the future. But the majority of Americans, and I have to believe, care about one another and want to get along with one another. And for that, we are in a better place than we ever have been. So I believe we'll be okay, and that we'll get through this together.
I can't wait to put a slow zoom on that when you're saying that the whole time. Ken Burns. But no, for real. All jokes aside, for real. Absolutely.
Absolutely. So. Thank you, Nate, for coming to the pod. And
it's my pleasure.
Even though, despite all of our awesome technical difficulties that we had.
Thanks for the pod.
Thanks for sticking it out.
Thanks for the pizza.
And thanks for doing your civic duty for our city.
Just, passing a budget.
We
passing a budget.
Should have a part 2 on this one.
We should have a part 2.
All right.
What do you think? Come back in.
We can do it.
Hit some more hot button issues.
We'll go down a list.
All the buttons.
We'll talk about it all.
Next time, abortion.
Including the drama.
Next time, sex with furniture. Sure. What do you think? All right. All right.
Protect the couches from JD Vance.
More at 11.
All right. Later, guys.
Take it easy.